Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. So today I am going to do a DIY mold here, and this is plasticine. I have made a video before where I made a small mold out of plasticine and I created a coaster. So I will link that above here so you will know. So this is just a normal plasticine that kids used to play with. So what I'm doing here is that I am making a tray mold. So it is in the shape of a tray. So I roll the plasticine and I just form a rectangular shape, and you can see I'm making one side, and after that I'm going to pinch this very hard onto the surface, and below is a PVC mat. You can use a clear PVC mat also. I had this one lying around just for nothing, and I just cut it into a smaller rectangle shape, and on the top I am creating the mold here, and you can see that what I was talking about, that I am very carefully pinching it and pressing it very down. So when I will be pouring the resin into the mold center here, the resin will not flow out and it will remain inside the plasticine. So this is what I will be doing to all the edges. So this is how the DIY mold look like, and in this way you can make circle, rectangle, triangle, so many designs you can make. And now I'm going to do the resin pouring. For this I have mixed Let's Resin, low viscosity resin here. So I'm going to pour you can say medium layer. So after pouring the resin, this is the Let's Resin white pigment paste, and these are the two interference pigments that I will be using by Lightwish. And I have already mixed the resin and I have poured into the piping bag, and I'm going to make some flowers just using my heat gun to remove any air bubbles on the top. So sometime before I saw Michelle from Glitz and Glam, and she was making a rectangular tray and she was making a flower that was not working really well, although it was beautiful. So that gave me an idea, and actually I didn't have the tray mold, so I DIY myself, and actually fingers crossed now I'm going to make it. So this is actually inspired by her because to her flower was not looking really good. So I thought I'm going to try this and see why it is not working. So this is the design she went for. I never made a flower in this design, so this is all inspired by her. So in this way, very carefully, I will be making the petals. So I have used the white, and here I'm using the interference pigment, the golden and the green color. So that is the color that I'm going for. So after making the bigger petals, I'm going to use a toothpick, and now I'm going to make the smaller ones. So this is what I will be doing here. After making the petals, I will leave this to cure, and I will see you next day. So this is the next day. My first layer is done now. I really don't know how the petals are looking like. We will see, but I'm going to do a second pour on the top. So I again mix my resin, and then I'm going to make the flower bloom again. So this is a double flower bloom. So after pouring the resin, I'm again going to draw the same way as I have drawn before. So I will be making the bigger petals and then the smaller ones. So as I explained that after making the bigger petals, I'm dividing it into the smaller ones, and then I will leave that to cure, and I will see you next day. So this is the next day, and this is how the blooms look like. I really don't know what the front is looking like, but here I have mixed a color, and this is going to be the back color of my tray. So this is the shade, and now I'm going to do the back. And this is going to be the final layer. After spreading the resin, I will leave this to cure, and I will see you next day. So this is the next day, and let's see how the flower blooms look like. It is the time I'm going to remove this. So it will be coming off really easily from the PVC sheet. Let's see. So this is the flower bloom look like. Yeah, I know it is something really, I really don't have any words for right now, but it is a big flower, and I got some petals, and I'm not sure about how it looks like, but at the moment I'm going to remove the plasticine. Yeah, so one thing I want to tell you that you have to remove the plasticine by hand, and then after that you need to use a brush and a hot water with the dish soap, and just gently use the toothbrush or a simple brush, and the plasticine will come off. Make sure you don't wash it through the drain. Just remove from the sink and keep that aside. So here I'm going to do that. Now we have the tray here. I have to do something to make it more lovely. I know it is lovely. I'm not going to say that it is not so lovely, because I tried and worked really hard on it. And I have, from this washi tape, I'm going to select a flower, and I'm going to put that into the center. Before I was thinking that I might add washi tape to different places, but then I think I was thinking doing into the center along like that. But then I decided I'm going to use one flower into the center. So here I'm just removing it. Now you can see that sometimes resin is not forgiving, and it do behave as it wants to, because I as always say that resin has its own mind. Sometimes it creates beautiful results, and sometimes it's something that you never understand what actually happened. So here we go, it is into the center. So I know at the moment it is not very shiny. I'm going to do a top coat, but before that I'm going to do the edges, and for my edges I'm going to do I'm going to show you a hack actually here. So I'm going to put the glue gun on all side of the four side of the tray, and on the top, after the glue gun is dried a little bit, I'm going to put the gold foil on top. In this way I'm going to do the edges here before doing the top coat. So here we go. And I'm going to take the gold foil, and then I'm going to put that on top of the glue gun, piece by piece like that. And then when it dries completely, with the help of a brush, I'm going to remove the excess gold foil. So this is what I will be doing to all four corners. So these are almost done, and on to the next step. And for my next step, this is my favorite part, where I am not using any actual tray handles, because this tray screams nature and beauty, and I am actually a person who follows me know that I collect a lot of things from nature, and these are the sticks that fallen from the tree, and I collected them. I knew that I'm going to use them somehow, and this project was the project that was calling these sticks. And instead of using any metal handles, I'm using these wood handles. And as soon as I place them onto the tray, it was like that the project is completing itself. So these are the things that make your work really unique. Even if your resin art didn't turn out to be as you expected, you just going to take it along instead of just throwing it or putting it aside. Sometimes putting things aside do gives you ideas, so do this also. So now you can see that this is actually a one of a kind tray here. And now I'm just removing the excess gold foil that I explained. So somewhere on a resin item, not on mine, on some other resin item, I saw a comment where a person said that a lot of people use very expensive things in their resin art, so it is not very easy to follow them. So that comment made me think really hard, and then I came with this idea. Now you can see that with this tray I just used simple plasticine, and the base was a PVC sheet that was lying around, and I just simply made the mold for the resin and use the glue gun as my golden edges, and put the gold foil. And for my handle, this is just free nature stuff that is lying around outside. I just picked it up. So I think this tray, if you are going to put this tray at any place, it is going to be giving an expensive look, because there is a, you can say, idea behind it. So here I'm just clearing out the gold foil. And now it's time to pour the final layer of the resin, and because it will secure the wood also and the gold foil, everything. So this is going to be the final layer, and I'm going to do the top coat. And with the help of my heat gun, I'm going to spread it so I don't get any air bubbles. So this is going to be the final layer, and we will see how this one turns out. So here we go. This is the final look of the tray. It is really simple, but I really love the unique look of this tray. I was thinking of adding some more things, but then my kids were around and they were telling me, stop it mom, you don't need to add anything to this. It will going to ruin the beauty of this tray. So I just listened to them. So I'm really happy the project has been finished, and sometimes it is a journey when you're working with resin art. So that's it for today, and I hope you liked today's project. And if you did, please do let me know in comments, and also please like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so, and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.